Hey guys, John here with RealTruck.com. Today I want to show you how to install the Recon LED running lights on this 1999 F-250. We've got our running lights out of the box. As you guys can see here, it comes with everything you need to do both sides. Comes with your running lights with the wiring harness pre-attached to the lights, so you don't have to do any of that. Comes with zip strips to hold your wiring harness in place under the truck. Comes with mounting brackets and the screws, and also with your electrical connectors and an instruction sheet. So let's get this onto the truck. So what we're going to do then is, because of where we want to mount these lights on our truck and how we want to go about using them, we're just going to use some double-sided 3M adhesive tape, and we're going to attach this to the light, and then attach the light to the truck with the double-sided tape instead of the brackets that come with the kit. Now, it's up to you if you want to do it that way and put the brackets on, or if you want to use this, but we're going to use this. So once you guys have got the area on your truck cleaned up where it's going to go ahead, clean it with some soapy water, make sure it's dry, and then take some type of solvent like rubbing alcohol, something like that, and go over the whole area to get all the residue that's on it off, so that way your double-sided tape's going to stick really well. We've already done that with our truck. We've got the tape attached to the light, so we're about ready to go ahead and go over and put this onto the truck. What we're going to do here then is we'll just peel a little bit of the backing of the tape away, so that way we can get it started up under here without taking the whole thing off, because once this thing sticks, it's really going to be stuck on, and we might want to move it around here a little bit to get it just where we want it. Now, because this is the one that has the ice aspect to it, that means that when you open the doors, the white light comes on. So what we're going to do with this one is we're going to center it right here on the doors, so that way whenever you open the door, the white light comes on and shines down onto this running board to give you a little bit more visibility for getting in and out of the truck. So once we have it where we want it, then we'll go ahead and get this front part stuck up here, and then we'll just start peeling this tape out. We've got our running light attached to our truck. We've got our wiring harness up here, so the next thing we need to do is get this hooked up. So what we're going to do then is we're going to take this wiring harness, and we're just going to find a nice neat place to pull it up through inside this fender area and run it up through the front to the front of the truck, where we're going to attach this to the headlight. However, because this has the light on it that lights up white for your running boards when you open the doors, what we're going to do then is this white wire controls that. So we want to just take this white wire and we're going to pull it back, because eventually we're going to run it through the door, and there's a light inside the door that we're going to tie it into, so that way whenever you open the doors, the white light comes on. So we don't want to pull this up front, so we're going to leave it out and back here. So the easiest way to do that is just to go ahead and grab it and peel it back through the wire loom. And that should be just about where we want it, pretty close. Let's pull it back a little bit more. Somewhere in that area right there should be good. So then what we're going to do is take the rest of this, and we're just going to start fishing it up through until we get it up to the top, and then we're going to run it inside that fender area up to the front of the truck, where we're going to tie this into the headlight for the parking lights and the turn signal. All right, so what we did then is we went ahead and ran our wire up here to the front of the truck. We attached our ground wire right here to the body, make sure it's clean so you get a good ground. We ran our other wires for our turn signal and our running light down here to the harness for our turn signal running light bulb. The red wire goes onto the green one, and the yellow one goes to the brown wire. And the yellow is for your running light. The red that goes to the green is for your turn signal. So what we're going to do now then is go ahead and plug this back in and put this headlight back in here, and then we're going to go back to the door of the truck and start hooking up that trigger wire for the dome light that turns on your step light. So let's get that. All right, guys, we've got our wires hooked up for running up to our headlight for our turn signal and our running light. So the next thing we need to do then is to hook up our trigger wire for our dome light to turn on our step lights here. So what we're going to do then is we're going to take that white wire and we're going to run it into this rubber boot here inside the door, and we're going to bring it through the door and hook it into this light down here in the door panel. So in order to do that, we're going to have to take our door panel off and hook it in there. So let's get started with that. So what we've done then is we've taken our white trigger wire, we've ran it in through the rubber accordion style boot in here and brought it down, ran it along the wiring harness for the door to our light, and then what we've done is we've gone ahead and hooked this white trigger wire into the black with the blue stripe on this particular truck. Now something to keep in mind is for the trigger wire for this, it's going to be different depending on your application. On this particular year, make, and model of truck, this is where it's going to hook up. So as you guys can see there, nice and neat and hooked up into our bulbs, so that way when we open the door, the step light comes on. So let's get this door panel back together and get it all buttoned up. We've got our door panel back on, everything hooked up, wired up. We're going to jump over and do the other side. It's going to install exactly the same way this side did. So there you have it, guys. That's how quick, simple, and easy it is to install these Recon LED running lights onto your truck. So until next time, happy motoring.